I'm very aware that is not the manliest introduction you're going to see today, and I chose that song, but hopefully you'll stick with me. But first, by a show of hands, I kind of can't see, by a show of hands, how many know the song Let It Go? Okay. Same show of hands, how many know it comes from a movie, Frozen? How many have seen that movie? Okay, it's basically everybody in the room. I can tell you as a general rule, I absolutely hate animated films. This one was no exception for me at all. I don't think I was exactly the demographic for the film, but it overwhelmed me. I only even came to see it because my son, who was 17 years old at the time, wrote my wife and I from his rehab facility in Utah, strongly encouraging us to see Frozen. By the time I actually ordered it on demand, it was already a cultural phenomenon. And upon first viewing, it escaped me. The whole movie escaped me. I think the snowman was funny, but the Ice Queen, Elsa, the one who sings that song, train wreck, utter train wreck. By her inability to face her past or conquer her fears, she leaves a wake of destruction upon absolutely every person she's ever known or loved. And even after being warned, only becomes enlightened after her only beloved sister literally sacrifices herself in front of her. And I'm thinking, and this has captured the imagination of every 5-year-old across the nation. And the song, the Let It Go, I'm sorry, Lisa, but all of the raw fish oil in the world could not get me off that crazy looping train of let it go, let it go, let it go. It became personal. I'd almost say taunting, accusatory. Tony Butz, why are you not letting go? Tony Butz, why can't you let go? And I'm not the only person. I've got my own story, and I'm going to go into that, but I'm not the only person, whether it's a colleague, a client, a friend, a loved one. I see the various states of frozenness in the statements that people make. Statements like, I'll never make it on my own. I'm too much. Who am I to raise my hand and share again? Keep it quiet, hold it in, don't innovate, don't contribute, don't compete, don't dream dreams, don't have a vision for starting your own business, don't take a risk, don't begin. And I will not know the backstories of the people that lead to statements like that, and if I did, it wouldn't be my business to share. I can only tell you some about my backstory that led me to my own flavor of frozenness. I can go back to that son of mine, my only son, and tell you that for 3.5 years, I watched him endure daily chemotherapy, trying to battle leukemia, absolutely helpless to bring any comfort to him. To my great shame, I can tell you, never even saw a needle go in him because I could not bear it. I could not face it. I watched him emerge from that to become a reckless and wild child, ingesting things that scared me to my core, so much so that I called strangers in the wee hours of the morning to take him away to the state of Utah in the hopes that he might find a step to take that could bring him freedom. In between there, I lost 2 beloved siblings, tragically young, one so violently that it was plastered all over the news. I could not escape it. Add to that the voice of every bully I ever encountered as a child, a father who scared the crap out of me, and a growing taste for bourbon. And I was on the exterior entering my middle years. Somebody with some cool skills, kind of like that queen, the ability, work hard, hold it together, produce, achieve, keep moving forward. But inside, a posture that was absolutely frozen by layers and layers of fear and regret, shock, disappointment, everything I had ever heard. I had the ability to become to my core, frozen. And I knew that from this posture, I would never experience the sweetest things in life, because it's only from this posture that you can receive somebody's embrace. And it is only from this posture that you can embrace not only someone, but something, a vision, a hope, a dream, something, the stuff of life that is beautiful, where you can see the fingerprints of God all over it, the calm and the crazy alike. But I can also tell you that life is not like a Disney film where one little potion or one little act solves everything and everybody breaks out in song and it's all over, summer is here. No, it doesn't go like that. It's a series of tiny little choices, determinations, steps, if you will, that lead you to a place of freedom. In the movie, it was called Summer. I cannot tell you the entire journey. I'm still living it, but I can tell you the first step, and I'm hoping it's an encouragement to you. It's a lesson that I learned about 20 years ago, and it goes back to my son. When my son Charlie was a little baby, he was an angel. He really was. One night a week, because my wife had a commitment, he was mine for the night. And like clockwork, I could go through these nights. But one particular night, he was inconsolable. I'm talking to a lot of moms, I think. The type of cry that is only suspended to take the deep breath because something raging is coming out, the body stiff and the face pink. And I was undone, repulsed by the sound, paralyzed to even know what to do. I just stared and went, oh. And in this, my sister-in-law, Angie, who had just given birth to her sixth child, no epidurals, calls. And she gets me. And what she gets is something like, oh my God, Angie, my child is the devil. I am freaking out. And she says something like, hey, breathe. You're not helping. It's emanating from you, so you just got to breathe, but I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to take that ear of yours, and you're going to put it up to that screaming mouth. And you're going to let that cry go to the core of who you are, and you're going to realize you will survive. Hang up the phone, walk into the kid's room, and do just that. I put my ear to his mouth, and oh, he had a good one waiting for me, and let it permeate to the core of my being right in there. And I am, and it is absorbing me. And an eye opens, and a head lifts. It was not good, but it was the worst of what it was going to be. I realized I was breathing. From that position, I could stand up. I realized I was his father. From that position, I could access options. Sometimes a cry is a cry of sickness. And from here I can call for help. Sometimes the cry is the diaper is dirty. I can change a diaper. Sometimes the cry is, I've got to exert the last of my energy for the day, Dad, and your interfering is keeping me from sleep. I can back off. I can let go. My encouragement to you, if you can, in that first step, when you find yourself in a place of utter stuckness, whether it is the client with unrealistic expectations you will never meet, or the heartache that was thrust upon you that you think you will not breathe through, or any of life's chaos that's coming your way, the first step, put your ear to it. If you can, let the cry go to your core. You will find wisdom in the deep cries. And from there, begin the journey of letting go. Thank you.